So footy season is set to begin for 2021 tonight, and I'm sure all the footy fans out there are super excited, getting ready to barrack for their favorite team, and of course the players and the entire industry is ready for a season which will hopefully allow fans to be there, to be present, as opposed to how it was last year during the peak of coronavirus. Now, the interesting thing is I heard a congregant say the other day, I can't recall which team he was barracking for, but a team which hadn't won in a while, and he was saying, oh, not interested, they're just going to lose, who cares anymore? And it's interesting because the truth is his comments weren't that inaccurate. A lot of people, when it comes to professional sports, certainly in footy, it's all about the result. We want our team to win the grand final. If we don't win, then it was a waste. And sadly, often in these cases, when it comes to, I guess, the world of sports and possibly even in the world of business, it's all about the result. Did we achieve what we wanted? The effort that goes into it is not as valued. Judaism sees it very, very differently. We start the new book of Vayikra this week, and one of the sacrifices was called the meal offering. Now, it was in this case, when it speaks about the meal offering, it was the only time the Torah used the word nefesh, soul, when a soul brings a meal offering. The question is, why for the meal offering does it use such a powerful word when a soul brings this offering? And Rashi tells us because the meal offering was usually brought by somebody who was poor. And what the Torah was saying is that God truly valued the poor person's contribution, sometimes even more than the result of a very fancy offering. And some people might think, when it comes to the poor person's offering, who cares about it? There's nothing fancy, there's no glamour in it. Why do we have to call it win a soul? But God was saying, what I value is when the person puts the effort, when the person puts their energy, their enthusiasm, their excitement. Whatever the result is, God says, I'm not so concerned about the result. I'm more concerned about how you went about it. And certainly, as we go through our lives, we've got to really focus and value the commitment we put into things. And yes, sometimes we're not going to achieve the results we set out, and sometimes it might not be so flashy. But if we gave the effort, if we dedicated ourselves, just like a poor person who truly values, and it's so meaningful when they give just a little bit of flour, may we be able to give in our lives to the things that are valuable, to the things that are meaningful, whether it's in our relationships, whether it's in our devotion to God. Yes, we might not be, as an example, we might not be able to read Hebrew fluently, but how many stories have you heard, have I heard, where somebody who just says and utters, possibly even just a tune, just sings a little bit of something on top of their voice, with the meaning, that penetrates the heavens. So yes, let's stop focusing on the results. I hope your team does do well in the results, but ultimately let's admire the effort that goes into it. Let's admire our own effort. Please God, Hashem will bless us with all that we need. Have a wonderful Shabbos and weekend ahead.